Hi, welcome to English 111 Online. I'm Debbie Lee and I'll be your instructor for the semester. I just wanted to show you how the course page is laid out. You've already been over the course outline before you were able to sign into the course. So I'm going to take a minute and look at that, a couple of things on that with you. But also just to show you some other things about the course. They are these toggles that are here. You can click on them to open them and click on them again to close them. The week that we're currently on, January 27th through February 2nd, is highlighted, so it's automatically open for you. And each week, you won't be able to see all the weeks yet because I won't make them available to you until I'm ready to work with you. But just so that you can see on my screen, the weeks are set up, the toggles are set up by date. Our classes run Monday through Sunday. All of our assignments are going to be due on Sunday evening or by Sunday before midnight. So I recommend, since it's going to take some time to go through the material to do well on your assignments, that you go ahead and click into the week that we're on, see what we're doing, so that you have a chance to go over some of the materials beforehand, and then you won't be pushed and rushed if you try to wait until Sunday night to get it done. Every week I'll be providing a video for you that is similar to this one, and I'll go through what we're covering for the week and what you need to be aware of. I try to keep it to less than 20 minutes, so it won't take a lot of your time to listen, but sometimes it's good to just hear me say it and let me show you what I'm talking about as we go through the material. So there's always going to be this green bar up here that says this week. These bulleted items are what you will need to do for this week. View the video lecture for this week, which is what you're doing right now. This week there's a short video about our Swell office right here. Watch this short video to see what services Nash Community College offers in addition to academic services. This is there are a variety of things that they can help you with, and so it's not mandatory for you to watch this, but you can if you want to see what else we have here besides academic services. Also, if you're interested in becoming a global scholar, this course has the G designation on it in the course number, and so what that means is this is a global perspective course. If you're interested in having a global scholar as a designation on your transcript, you can click and go to that page and get information about what you need to do to become a global scholar and to be in the Global Scholar program. If you're not interested in that, then that's not mandatory for you to look at either. There is this short video on the value of being a global citizen, and I would like for you to watch that because the reason that we have global perspective courses is so that you can begin to understand that the world is a much bigger place than just right around where you happen to live. And there are lots of things in the world that it's a good thing for you to be able to understand to become a global citizen or become a citizen of the whole world instead of just of North Carolina or the United States, but a global citizen, knowing what's going on in other parts of the world as well and how we affect them and how they affect us. And it's really not a they and us type thing, it's a we. So global citizenship. Later there'll be a journal question about what does it mean to you to be a global citizen. So that very short video is something that I would like for you to watch. Then this is a PDF, and you can look at that and see why it's so important to teach global citizenship education. You might be surprised when you look at it to see that some of the things that learning, having education about the rest of the world, sometimes opens you up to the issue of, yes, I need to be concerned about human rights, and I need to be concerned about the freedom of democracy, so that I can everybody can have a voice in how their leadership treats them. So it's very interesting, and I would like for you to look at that. Then there is this slideshow on purpose, audience, and tone. As we learn to write in this course, and my goal for the course is to have you be able to take the information that's inside your head, put it down on paper so that it is easily understood by other people that pick up your paper and read it. That's my number one goal. And I would like for you to learn to do that in an academic tone, which is not the language that we speak to with each other when we're relaxed, but something that sounds a little more professional and academic. And so I would really like for you to look at that, because when you look at that, you will see information about examples of what I'm talking about for tone. Then there is an introduction paragraph assignment, which is a graded assignment for this week, and I would like for you to read that document. Let me just click on that so we can look at it together. Every assignment that I give you to do, this will be a coursework assignment, but every assignment that I give you to do will have one of these little snapshots at the beginning. Your purpose would be to introduce yourself to the class and to your professor. So when we're talking about the audience then for this, it would be written to English 111 classmates, and primarily to me, because I'm going to be actually the only one reading that paragraph. And tone, use academic, but in the little video about, or the slideshow about academic tone, it says usually we don't use first person or second person, we use third person, but you're going to have to use first person, I, me, my, because it's introducing yourself, so you're going to have to do that. The length, 250 to 500 words. I highly recommend that you use Google Docs, and because it saves automatically. Word is great, and if you want to use Word, you certainly can, but you have to be very careful with Word and save it periodically so that you can get back to it. Also, what if you've got your document stored on your computer and your computer dies, the Word document is not accessible to you. So I strongly advise using Google Docs. All you have to do is sign into your Nash Community College student Gmail and go to Google Docs from there, and it's set up just like Word documents. It can't do as many fancy things as Word documents can do, but it's really easy for you to use, and the best part about it is it saves automatically. So if your computer dies, if your electricity goes out, if your internet goes out, you don't have to worry about saving it or having saved it, because it's right there and you can always get back to your Google Drive and find the information there. So that's why I recommend using that. In this assignment, I put these tips for establishing academic tone. Again, this is directly from that slideshow presentation. One thing is, do not use contractions. So instead of saying don't or won't, use do not or will not, because that just automatically kicks your language up a little level to a more academic tone. Unless you're asked to, don't use second, first, second or first person, I, me, you, yours, unless you're asked to. And of course, in this assignment for this paragraph, you're going to need to use first person because you are introducing yourself. But here's an example of what I mean by, instead of using second person with you in it, here's third person, which makes it sound just a little more professional, a little more academic. Avoid slang, cliches, and colloquialisms. Avoid exclamation points, excessive capital letters, bold letters, or anything else to give emphasis to the words. Just make your words plain. Capitalize where you're supposed to capitalize. And avoid shortened versions of words like TV. You could say television. Of course, if you're going to say something like a DVR, you can use DVR. I don't expect you to write out digital recording video, or so use your common sense. But TV sounds a little less formal than television. Try to use words that sound more academic. So these are some questions that I put in here because sometimes people say 250 to 500 words. I don't know that I can say that much about myself. So these are some questions that might just inspire you to come up with some details to put in here. This is not something that you have to answer. I've had students sometimes just go through in their paragraph and just answer each one of these questions. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I just put some of these in here to help you think of things that you might put in your paragraph. Please put anything that you don't mind sharing with class that you think will be interesting. Don't tell me any of your deepest dark secrets because, like I said, for this assignment only I will be reading this, but I don't want to know something that I've got to be sworn to secrecy to know. However, if there is something that you particularly want me to know and you really don't mind me knowing it, certainly put that in your paragraph. So for the best grade on the assignment, make sure your paragraph has a topic sentence. We're going to be talking more about topic sentences next week. But a topic sentence in a paragraph is just a sentence that tells your reader, me in this case, what the rest of your paragraph is going to be about. I gave you a sample. I really believe in providing samples of assignments for students so you can see what I mean as well as hear me talk about it or read it in the document instructions. But here's my topic sentence. It says, "My name is Deborah Lee, and it is a pleasure to introduce myself to the class." This is a topic sentence. Now, you, when you're reading this, know the rest of this is going to be about me introducing myself to you. And so you don't have to copy that exactly, but you can go from there and make up a topic sentence of your own, but that lets us know what this paragraph is going to be about. So I'm not going to read all this to you. You can read that, but when I in this, the reason I know how many words it is down here, 384 words. The reason I know is because in a Google Doc, and this was created in a Google Doc, if I highlight that, I can go up here where it says Tools, and I can look at word count, and it tells me that it is 384 words. And of course, I added the parentheses with the word count in it just so you could see. You don't have to do that, but that's how you can determine what the words are here. Okay, so I say 250 to 500 words because I'd like for you to actually practice writing in academic tone, and I would also, like to get to know you in this way. So that's a graded assignment for this week. And then there's another graded assignment. On the middle page, you'll always see graded assignments under these gold bars. And it says due before midnight on Sunday, February 2nd. As we say, our weeks run from Monday through Sunday. So you can do this at any time, but when you do your assignment, you'll have until midnight on Sunday night to get them turned in on time. Okay, so how do you turn in your paragraph? Click on this Turnitin link. This is a program that allows me to be able to read your document, make comments on it, and grade it and give you a grade on it all at the same time. And then you can go back and look at it later and see my comments and see what number you got for that. Now this, we can see all the students, but when you get ready to do it, and it's over here, you will see a little cloud with an arrow to upload it. It's not showing right now when I'm doing this video for you because the class hasn't started yet. Next week you'll see a little cloud with an up arrow, and you can click on that and upload your document to this. You can, if you have any questions about how to do that, you can simply ask me and I'll be glad to help you. I won't at quarter to midnight on Sunday night because I won't be around checking my emails and such. But you can also go up here to this toggle at the very top that has things in it, and one of the things in here is how to create a Google Doc, and the other thing is how to submit a Turnitin assignment, and it takes you step by step so that you can and how to get feedback so you can go back later and see the comments. That information is up there for you to use too if you get stuck and can't figure out how to do it. Now let me tell you something really important. Two things. One thing right here at the top of our course, it says sign into your Nash Student Gmail account to access all course documents. If you want to open the course outline, you need to be signed into your Nash Community College Gmail account in order to do that. So don't send me a request to open it for you or give you access to it. Just sign into your Nash Student Gmail account and you will have access to all course documents. The other thing is each week when things are due on Sunday night, if you run into some kind of technical difficulty, you have some kind of emergency, your computer dies, something, let me email me the document that you're trying to upload, and I will gladly upload it for you. So if you run into some kind of technical difficulty or you just can't figure it out, then please email the document to me. I'll upload it for you. You can give me a little explanation about what went wrong and why you couldn't get it done. And if you ever have an emergency and you can't get an assignment in on time, email me and let me know, and that way I can talk with you and we can figure out a subsequent date that you can have it turned into me. And of course you'll have to turn it in to me by emailing the document to me so that I can upload it for you, because I'm going to insist that the documents be on that Turnitin program so that I can make the comments, give you the grade, and you can go back and look at it later. So that's one part of the assignment, is to do that introduction paragraph. The other part of the assignment for this week is to post on this Padlet. It's really easy to do. All you have to do, here's an example that I did. All you have to do is go to the little pink circle down here that has the plus mark on it. That means we're going to add something. Click on that and you'll get this little pop-up, and where it says title up there, type your name so I'll know who has posted, and then down here where it says write something, click down there to put your 3 interesting facts about yourself that you don't mind sharing with the rest of the class, because the rest of the students will be able to look at the Padlet and see what everybody has shared here, whereas only I will look at these introduction paragraphs. You can attach a picture if you want to. One of the things that I enjoy doing is painting acrylic on canvas, and this is a picture that I uploaded here of a cat that I painted for my daughter who lives in South Carolina, and she actually has a cat that looks like that, except not that color. I invented the color myself, but that was a painting I did for her. So that's how you post something on the Padlet. If you have any problems, just let me know, but you should be able to do that without any problem. You can also go back later and edit your post, change it, add to it, or whatever, or you can even delete your post. But make sure this is a separate assignment from this. They will each count as a course grade, and your course grades are 25% of your total grade for the class. So let me go back up here to the course outline. If you see this, it says 61G, 62G. These courses are just 2 separate sections of the same course, and every time I make the video and every time I have a document that I share with the classes, they're going to have 61 and 62 on it. So they're just exactly the same. Don't worry about that. I have my contact information on here. I have a virtual office hour on Monday from 5 to 6, and what that does is you can click on that and it will invite you to a Google Classroom, and then if there's nobody in the classroom, if I'm not there, then email me and say, hey, I'm in your classroom, come on. And we can visit each other that way. We can also visit each other that way at other times if you just establish with me ahead of time what time you would like to do that. Because when we do this virtual office hour, I can show you things about through the documents. We can you can see my screen. I can see yours. You'll have to have a camera for that, of course. But if I don't even have to see you, you can just see me by logging in to that classroom, and then I can show you something. Because you might say, I didn't understand what you meant in the second paragraph there on this document. And then I can go and pull it up and we can look at it together, and I can answer your specific questions. The course grade for this course, 60% of your grade comes from these 4 core assignments. We'll have our first real world writing assignment next week. We'll have and that's going to actually be a business letter instead of an essay. I'll teach you how to do it, so don't panic. I'll teach you exactly what to do and show you a sample. Core project 2 will be the rhetorical analysis essay. That counts 15% of that 60, and that will be a 2+ page essay. And again, I'll teach you how to write it, and I will show you an example of it. Core Project 3, the annotated bibliography, and Core Project 4, the argument research essay, both count 20% each. So together that's 40% of your course grade. So you want to do very well on those assignments. The sources that you use for the annotated bibliography in Core Project 3 and can be used in the research essay. So we're going to be working on those sort of together. This will 3 will be due before 4, but they would contain the same topic that we're going to be researching. And I'll let you know all about that. I'll show you how to write the annotated bibliography as well. I'll show you a sample of that. And of course, the same thing for the research paper. So if you just follow the resources that I provide for you each week and do the assignments as requested, you shouldn't have any problem at all with this course. This is a 10% or a 10-point based scale, which is pretty standard across campus. 90 above is an A, 80 is a B, 70 is a C. And we don't even want to talk about D's and F's because they won't transfer if you have a D or an F. And of course, you want to have an average of 70 or higher, a C for the course if you want to receive transfer credit for this course, or you want it to count towards your degree program. A lot of the degree programs in the associate degree programs require that you get a C or better. So C or better is easy to get in this course. What is going to cause problems is if you get behind and stop not turning in assignments. I'm going to try to keep on you and make sure that you turn in what you need to turn in. And remember, if you can't make a deadline, if something comes up and you don't, email me and email me what it was you were trying to turn in, and I will turn it in for you. Well, I've kept you longer than I meant to the first week. I'll try not to be as long next week, but this was all valuable information for our first week. I look forward to working with you this semester, and I hope that you will contact me anytime you have any questions or need anything. I am very accessible. The best way to contact me to get a quicker response is through using your student Gmail account, and I will answer you and get back to you just as soon as I possibly can. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.